This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.
Hey guys, how's it going? Matt from Foulball Productions here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope that you're doing well, because I'm doing phenomenally. Thank you very much. This is the 66th episode of the MFer Podcast. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm here. We're all a little queer. Glad to get this show kicking and getting off the ground. I apologize for not being here last week. I don't really have like a good excuse, one where it's like, oh, this happened, that happened. Honestly, I was just going through some shit, man. Just not feeling myself, just feeling bleh. And just the idea of popping up, turning on the mic, I don't know. Just, I guess it's depression. Not like diagnosed with depression or anything like that. And I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not being like, come on, guys, be nice to me. Just trying to level with you. It's not that I don't love you. It's not that I didn't want to be here. It's just that, I don't know. It's just there's those days, man, where I just completely want to just disconnect from everything, and just put on fucking podcast after podcast, video after video, and play video games and just not be part of the world. So I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, Sergeant Dodo, I was menstruating. I was having my man period with my man. What's they say her penis, his vagina on his vagina. Yeah. What's up, big ship? Oatmeal Joey would have cheered you up. What is Oatmeal Joey? That sounds like, is that like a brand of something y'all have in Australia that makes you feel good? Have a little, oh God, I was about to do an Australian accent. I just realized I can't do it. That would have been bad. He goes up at the end? So a little oatmeal Joe. Nah, I can't. I'm not trying. I'm not even going to bother. I'm not going to embarrass myself. But, yeah, well, thanks. Oh, latest Zach's find. Oh, was that, did you guys discuss that on Saturday? I was supposed to be there. And then last minute, I got an invitation to go to the rodeo. Well, not last minute. I actually kind of agreed to go to the rodeo. Forgot that I agreed to do that. Then Zach's like, you want to go? I was like, yeah. My friend says to me, I have to go to the rodeo. I was like, oh, yep. Whoops. Sorry, Zach. Decided to bail. But I'm here today. I'm here today. I hope that the streams got good latency. My computer has been not acting, not behaving. I've been doing a lot more editing on this computer. And this computer's getting kind of old. I think it's like 3 or 4 years old at this point, and I haven't really updated anything in it. And it's starting to lag. I can feel the lag happening a lot. So if things are not smooth tonight, I apologize. I need to look into it. What up, Zax? Good to see you, sir. Hello. That dude is going to wear your skin one day. Who? Zax? What are you talking about? Who's going to wear my skin one day? I don't know what you're talking about, pal. Who? But hello everybody. Good to see y'all. Manolo Rivera was good. What is cracking and lacking? Cotton, what's up? Pop Caught, also known as Wook. Small Time Republic, hello. Low Spec was cracking and lacking. Everybody here in the chat, I'm loving it. Oatmeal Guy, I don't know. I'm gonna need a link to Oatmeal Joey. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah. But I'm back here to talk some politics, some pop culture. I've been in the Hitman game series recently. I don't know if you guys have ever actually played it, but I'm loving it. It's really fun. I beat like the main campaign, and then I like paid money for like more DLC campaigns. Like those games are a blast. Like there are so many fun assassinations you can do. Like there's one that's at a racetrack, and you can like rig your target's race, like a race car to like explode on the track. And there's all these just like really fun, exotic ways to kill people, and it's like mostly a stealth game. And it's so funny. Like my two favorite styles of games now are turn-based RPG, like what's that? Not Warzone, Wasteland, like Wasteland, or like these stealth games. Like they're my favorite styles of games to play. And when I was a kid, I hated both those styles of games. They were my least favorite styles of games. I absolutely hated turn-based. I wanted action and stealth. I was like, why can't I just kill everybody here? And it's like, it's not the point. You know, as I've gotten older, I just really appreciate those games. They're so much fun. They're just, I don't know, they're so much more gratifying to like have those things. And typically what I really like doing is like I was playing like the South Park RPG, which is so much fun. And then just playing like a podcast like while I play. And it's like, that's you know, peak for me. I feel very good. That's exactly the type. I feel, you know, delighted to do that. But Hitman, I don't even do that. I'm just so engrossed in the actual game itself. It's I highly recommended it. I highly recommend it. It got recommended to me via Razor Fist. His video game recommendations are pretty spot on. He got me back into the Deus Ex video games. He got me into the I think I played the original like Mankind Human Revolution. I didn't love it. And Mankind Divided. And based on his reviews, I went back and replayed both, and god damn it, he was right. Those are terrific games. And they have that same kind of vibe, like that stealth vibe. Like you can tank your way through it if you want, but it's way more fun to like just hide and like do everything right and like, you know, just slip in and out as silent assassin. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. What are you guys saying in the chat there? Oatmeal is the best hype man ever. He's my biggest fan. Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's play that. Okay, yeah, let's play that. Zax sent me this. That's right. Oh, and you guys, that's right. I missed that. Let's do that. Screw pop culture, screw politics. That's his name, Oatmeal Joey. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, dude. Zax, honestly, how did you find this? How did you find this guy? I need to know. And this is old. This is 2 years old. So like I don't do the cocktail lounge anymore. I did one for the holidays for a little holiday special, but I don't do that show anymore. I haven't done it in a long time. So this is just, he posted it and now it's got 8 views. I wonder if he's in his YouTube studio watching his numbers just tick up. But yeah, all right. I haven't actually seen this yet. I watched a little bit of it. And I was like, what the hell? And I was gonna save the rest to watch it on Zach's show. Fuck, I forgot all about that. That stinks. I mean, the rodeo was fun, but not that much fun. Shadowrun Dragonfall is good. Okay, that's cool. I just downloaded Pillars of Eternity. It's another Razor recommendation. I only play games that Razor Fist recommends. That's it. Don't tell me anything. No, I'm just kidding. But I saw him talking about it, and then I saw there was an Obsidian game, and I was like, ooh. New Vegas is an Obsidian game. The South Park game is an Obsidian game. I'm gonna play it. So I played a little bit last night. Pretty good. I only played it for about an hour, but one of the most immersive RPGs I've ever played, and or at least so far recently and so far. but I have no idea what the story is even yet, and I'm really like compelled by each moment. It's super good so far. Zax, when I played your sport at the end of the show Wednesday, YouTube recommended this video. YouTube recommended you a video with 6 views, and I can't even get my videos recommended. I put out a video yesterday. I don't know, 30 views. I'm trying. I thought my point was really good, too. We're going to get into that later because no one watched it. So we're going to I'm going to talk about it. But Warhammer Rogue Trader looks pretty interesting. I played the Warhammer Space Marine. Like I said, the action games are not really my thing anymore. I'm just an old fuddy-duddy now. Just an old man. I want to relax when I play video games. I don't want to be on edge. You know, I like the relaxing experience. The Unforgiven short, huh? What do you know? All right, well, let's get a little bit of this Oatmeal Joey. What a unique name. Oatmeal Joey.
Foulball Productions. The motherfuckers come down long.
Hello, Nadia. Good to see you. There's a lot of people agreeing with your take on Severance, or at least your old take. Now you think it's good, but there's a lot of people on the internet be like, this is what people with 105 IQ think is a 150 IQ show. Blah, 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 blah. Everyone's being gay on the internet about it. But hello, Nadia. And Nadia started watching The Wire, dildo, and I'm very curious to hear what she's got to say about that. But that's not what we're doing right now, but I am curious. You circled back. It's lame. No, you're just agreeing with the cool-based right-wing consensus on Twitter. You don't have that opinion. Actually, maybe you do. I don't know. You hate aliens. It's just retarded. It's pretty good. Yeah? What's considered the best written show of all time is pretty good? All right. Pretty good. Not bad. I have a cat demanding entrance into the room. Friggin' got those. I will say this in Nadia's defense of The Wire. I think yes, it takes a little while to get used to. It's one of those shows that doesn't there's no tutorial, right? They drop you into that world and they use the language that they use in that world and the prosecutor's office and the court and the police department. It's honestly, for me at first, I remember being I don't get this. I don't know quite what I'm watching. I really like about that. And that's what I ended up really appreciating about Game of Thrones and The Expanse is there's no, who's calling me? I'm streaming. God, leave me alone. There's no learning curve. It's just bam, here's the world, here's the characters, here's the stakes, bing, bang, boom, here's the lingo. So honestly, I think, it's an onion, there's layers. I think it's actually okay to not be completely enamored with it. You know, I hope by the end of the first season you get it. But it is a terrific show, but there's a learning curve. And lots of the language they use, I think, is really, very unique and authentic to that world that I don't know anything about, right? And I imagine Nadia doesn't either. So I kind of get it. All right, I want to watch this fucking onion guy.
On Friday night's episode 64 with guest host Vigilante William Shaw.
Oh, no.
I came to do the live stream just a second ago on YouTube, and I left this comment.
My mom says there's a lot of black people in The Wire. It's like poetry. It's gay. The Wire or Severance? If it's Severance, I'm with you. If it's The Wire, it's crazy. Many people were lost in the beginning of The Expanse. That's why they quit it. Dude, I made a video about that very topic. Go over to Foulball Film and Television to watch my take. That's exactly that's a whole section of that video. I like that video. It's not doing super well, but it's a brand new channel. Speaking of which, I will have a new video out on that channel probably I don't want to say tomorrow just because it's the editing. Next day or two on Foulball Film and Television, there will be a new video where I'm talking about 3 really intense scenes from television history. I think it's really fun. My audio is kind of fucked unfortunately, but I think the video is really good, and I had a lot of fun making it. So go check that out. Foulball Film and TV. If you haven't been there, isn't The Expanse a space opera? Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty! My God, a space opera. I mean, come on. I don't even want to. I'm not even engaging with you on that, Nadia. I was going to start Deadwood, but Hubs wanted to watch that with me, so I settled for The Wire. She settled on the greatest show ever. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hello, Nosferatu. Matt, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a guy who wants to wear yours and Vidge's skins. Yes, I know. We're talking about that guy right now. This guy has like 8 channels. Who? Oatmeal or me? Oatmeal? Does he have 8 channels? This guy's killing it with 8 different channels. Way to go, buddy. That's awesome. Nah, it's Matt's virtue signaling love for The Wire. Hey, I do love The Wire. I think The Wire is brilliant. It's one of the best shows ever made. It's so compelling. And it definitely I think it gets better the more comfortable you get into the world. Oh, Oatmeal's got 8 channels. Okay, cool. Well, let's see what he's got. I want to see what he's got.
Yo, hell. Oh, yo. You are watching Foulball Productions. Friday night on YouTube.
Well, so far, he's about as interesting as I am. He's 37 seconds in. It's the 3.5-minute video. What's your point? Yeah, the show exists and someone's watching it. What what the hell, dude? Can you, is he reviewing the show? Wow, he's got a lot of tabs open. Holy heck. Those are a lot of tabs, man. Jeez Louise. All right. But does he say anything about the show, or does he just say that it exists?
Featuring Vigilante Williamson, 24/7 Fusion Media, just another red shred. Wake down. Ruben Christopher
He's like introducing the show, but
Haynes?
not saying anything.
What did I say? I said heinous? What a heinous crime to call you.
Heinous Haynes? That's actually kind of funny. Ruben Christopher Heinous Haynes. Weighing in at this corner at, what's Ruben down to? 350 pounds. Heinous Haynes. And in this corner, wearing no trunks because he doesn't have pants, Ruben Heinous Haynes. Fighting out of... one of the best moments was Tim streaming his own channel but thought he was on Circle of Jerks. Oh, oh boy. Oatmeal's jerking off so hard right now. Does he like me? I haven't gotten the impression that he has anything to say, really. Simply just that the show exists. That's all I've gotten. Okay, now I'm a little nervous, but I watch Survivor. I like to watch people forced to make friends and have to fuck each other over one by one. It's diabolical. You watch reality TV, bro? Like my fucking chick, dude. Like my fucking girlfriend. This guy's going to make you into a Britney Spears lampshade. The icons in his background rule. Oh, my God. Watching Matt watch his channel, so hot for Oatmeal. He wants to wear you. Is this real? You keep saying that. Is that just something that he said? Or is that like a joke? Or is that something he actually said? Because that freaks me out. All right, let's see. Now I'm nervous.
Heinous instead of Haynes. I left a quick comment on here. Hell.
Oh.
Yo.
Now, Oatmeal, Joey Arnold, hell.
Hell.
Afraid to watch The Northman. So
That's
let's
right.
not spoil any more than we have. A lot of people like it. So I would say give it a chance. I have not seen it.
Yo.
On Wake Down.
Wait, he clipped out his comment being put on the screen of the MFer Cocktail Lounge where there was 11 people watching. Look, I mean, I'm grateful for everyone that watches anything I do, but I mean, imagine clipping that out and then be like, yo, right? That is wild. That is unique take on what YouTube content can be. Okay. Wake Down. Yeah, that's old. Yeah, exactly. 24/7. Yeah, that's old too. I mean, it's old. I don't remember him from the chat at all. I wasn't there for this episode, obviously. I must have been out of town or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Oh.
Not a fan. Okay, and even Cinch Dildo says he likes the director, but Northman is his worst yet. Take that
Baby
with a
Yoda
grain
time.
of salt.
What?
Yeah.
And sounds like good stuff
This
from
keeps going.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, maybe.
This is
Ha.
the longest
Stuff
three
like that
Yeah.
does
video
happen
I've
where
ever
they just
seen.
like, let's use some
Yeah.
game that we've been
Woo
playing.
woo.
Let's
Yeah.
just throw some
Oh,
of that
ow,
in there.
ow. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. Foulball Productions. They're live right now. I'm going to upload this and include a link to their video in the description of my video right here. Click on it.
Hey, at least he's cross-promoting. He's cross-promoting. He's putting out he's signal boosting my content. You can't hate on him for that. You can't hate on him for that. I don't quite understand the point of the video. He just sort of showed the show, and then his comment went up there, and he said, "Baby Yoda time," as Big Ship pointed out, and that was that seems to be it. There's another minute and a half of this video. My God, man, edit a little.
On it and go watch their video. You can go watch them, or you can watch something else. That's right. But I like it. I watch them sometimes. I jump in and I say hello to them sometimes. And I said, I'm afraid to watch the Northman. Not to say that.
And now he's recapping what we all just saw. I mean, listen. There's some videos that get unfairly not promoted in the algorithm. I've been a victim of that. I'm not entirely sure that this one is one of those. He mentions the show exists. Then he shows his own chat being put on the screen by Vidge. Then he reasserts the point. Okay. All right. Okay. Drop his link. I like his sweet Angelina Jolie from the Tomb Raider movie and the Hulkamaniac. I think that's great stuff, Nosferatu. I love it. I think it's awesome. Jamie Kilstein. Oh, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Long time. That's the guy who was like a super woke gay boy comedian, I think. And then they turned on him, and then he was like, oh, maybe I was wrong. And then no one wanted him. Yeah. Jamie Kilstein, that's right. That's when I used to watch like the entire episode of Rogan.
I don't want to see it. I might give it a try. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when, but I feel like I need the time to really commit to doing it. And currently, I've been watching Candy. Oh, wow. That's right. That's right. But there's part of me that's kind of afraid, just because I'm not totally like.
Just that it almost sounds like he's talking to the voices in his head. You know what I mean? This seems like content for one of his other personalities. You know what I mean? Like when part of his personality is taken over, right? Like when one of his selves takes over, well, he's going to record something for the other self when that guy comes back, and now he's got a video for posterity, so he's all caught up. That's what this feels like to me. Woo!
Into the story. I don't know what's going to happen.
He's got good taste in live streams, though. I'll give him that. You know what I mean? Got great taste in YouTube creators. So
I'm like, do I really want to get involved?
holy crap. This channel that Zach's just sent me, has 227 subscribers. He's on his grind. He's got 3.1 thousand videos on this channel. What? That's a lot. That's a lot. That's crazy.
Involved in this.
Wait a second. What are you saying, Big Ship? Matt, for context, a lot of animals die around this guy, and he's definitely played a part in those deaths. He kills animals? Maybe I shouldn't be messing with this guy. Maybe I should be taking a step back. Oh, my God. Hello, Jake D. What's good, brother? What's cracking? Good to see you, man. As always. I don't know, Matt. You don't find it worrying that specimens like these ones like your stuff. You know what I saw in that clip there, Sentient Dildo? I saw a chat from you. I saw a chat from you go up on that screen. What does it say about you, sir? If you're going to indict me and the wonderful people that come to this channel, maybe you should take a look in the mirror. That's what I think. That's what I think, Sentient Dildo. Matt, this guy's your Count Orlok. He's coming for you, dude. Oh, my God. He also has a video pretending to be a teen girl online. Oh, my God, bro. 5K followers on Twitter. He could help me with my I could, how about a little retweet, huh? How about some retweet on my content there, Joey? Could use that, big guy.
Train wreck? Car accident. I'm joking. Who said it was a train wreck? I don't know. It might be a really good movie. Maybe it is. I forget who's in the movie. Did somebody say that Gina is...
Did one of the voices in my head say that? Was that you, Jeffrey? Hey, Jeffrey, you're not in charge of the body right now, okay? I'm in charge of the body right now. You'll have your turn, and you can comment on my video commenting on Matt's stream, okay? Jeez, know your role. Oh, my God, dude. What's up, Jake? Can't remember you making it to Vegas this year. I am not making it to Vegas this year, Jake D. I would love to go, but I have traveled a lot. Last year, I traveled so many times. I went to Hawaii. I went home twice. I went to Dallas. I went to San Antonio. I have spent so much goddamn time on the road in the past year. I can't afford it. I need to just chill, bro. Went to Skankfest. Went to Vegas last year. So much travel. I need to cool it, bruh. I'd love to go, though. I'd love to see everybody. I have so much fun at those damn things. You know what I mean? But no Vegas for me this year, man. Sorry, brother. People like me like your stuff. That should be worrying enough. That's funny, Cotton. Yeah, I am. I am concerned. No, I'm grateful for all yous. Oh, yes. Nah, that was a memorial like his other characters. Oh, my God. I'm just retarded, Matt. I don't delete animals for fun. Yeah, that is really crazy. Although, to be fair, I've never seen this guy in the chat. So to say he's a fan, that is sus. We're speculating on that. I've never seen him, as far as I know. I try to remember everybody who shows up. That's not always easy, but I try. I've never seen Joey Oatmeal. Oatmeal Joey, excuse me. Oatmeal Joey. Bloss, don't exaggerate. He stole a 16-year-old girl's identity on Facebook, but she was 16 when she died? Ah, dude. This guy's sick. What the fuck?
Is in the
Zax, how do
movie?
you find this stuff?
If that's the case, then maybe I should see it. Because
God.
I like her. I liked it when she was in. So I'm curious.
Holy crow. Whew. Ah, man. We have stumbled in some weird part of YouTube, I tell you what. Oh, my God. Wait, what does that say? Year in prison for calmly stopping a phone. Wow. Look, he's prolific. My other channels. Wow, he's got a lot of channels. Wow. Wow. What? That's like 25. That, by my count, that's 34. Why don't you just focus on one, man? Wow. What the fuck, dude? What did you stumble? You are gonna get me killed, Zax. What have you stumbled across? I don't know. I might be walking away from this one now. Thanks for the support, Joey. It's Zax's fault. If you have to eat anybody, please eat Zax. It's hard to type with one hand. That's why he's not in the chat. Oh, okay, dokie. That's an unsettling thought. Pull up Gadar. No pausing. Oh, no. If you want true depravity, just go to Kiwi Farms. Puri Bundy Shoot. What are you talking? What is all these things? Your destiny is to put Tim on Kiwi Farms. Oh, my God. Ain't you glad you got strapped? Yeah, I feel a lot more secure. Abso-fucking-lutely. Oh my word. Well, that was an interesting little walk down a very unique part of YouTube. And I guess I feel grateful that someone out there likes my work. I wouldn't I don't approve of killing animals. I think animals are great. See, my little floof is down there. He's awesome. I would never want anything bad to happen to him, least of all of my hand. But okay, that was interesting. Very, very interesting. Dookie, I'm just gonna move on. I want to move right along here. I'm gonna move right along. Okay, so like I said, I made a video yesterday. I think I thought I had a good take on it, or at least to me, it seemed to be a good observation more than anything. But over the week, 2 really big titles dropped that were like anticipated to be absolutely horrible, right? There was so much lead up, the Assassin's Creed Shadows game. Everyone was looking at it like Yasuki's black and he wasn't really a samurai. Some guy made up like a fake Wikipedia page to try to make him a samurai, but there's all this controversy. And it's like, listen, why couldn't you just make an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan that we got a Japanese guy? Like, why you gotta do all this, And then the Snow White movie, you got Rachel Zegler being like the most insufferable Hollywood starlet ever, just saying really annoying things, just like, that what kind of woke LA Hollywood actress, but just like cranked to 11, just like all of it, like too much. And, also like someone who pretty much literally plucked out of obscurity. You think she'd be a little bit more grateful, but that was not the impression I got. But anyway, you got these 2 things and, they're both kind of delayed for a while. Like I've been hearing about Assassin's Creed Shadows for a long time and the Snow White movie. Like I feel like the Snow White movie was like 2 years old or something like that. So it's been like a long time coming with these 2 properties. And they both dropped basically on the same week. And universally rejected both of them. Like, no one gave a shit. I guess, like, there are people, perhaps, like, the final numbers aren't really out. And, like, people are trying to say that the Assassin's Creed thing, like, there are 2 million players, playing or whatever. But the concurrent players on Steam do not reflect that at all. And regardless of that, I think the thing is, like, I watched Asmongold play it for about an hour, and then I listened to some reviews and I heard what people had to say about it. And the thing is, like, the kind of collective response is it's just mid. It's not like the worst game anyone's ever made, and it's not like those that the Dragon Age, Veilguard or whatever. Like, I watched some streams of that, and boy, that looks like a pile of shit. And there's that Game Concord where you're like, is this a troll? Like, it's so bad. Are you trolling your audience? And there's been a lot of games like that are just appallingly bad. This isn't that. Snow White is. Apparently Snow White is, Everyone's just like, it's actually like unintelligible. It's unwatchable. Zegler's actually pretty good. Gal Gadot's terrible. It looks bad. It doesn't make sense, so on and so forth. But what I thought was really interesting more than anything is the collective of everyone just being like, no. Now, this is the line. Assassin's Creed Shadows might be an okay game. That's fine and good. But we're done. That's the line where we stop. We do not allow you to push this woke garbage on us anymore. That's it. And I feel like it's a really unique time that everyone just sort of collectively decided, nah, not happening. And 2 very different audience groups, right? You've got, Snow White, that's like girls, right? Kids, families. That's who's going to see Snow White. And then the other side, you got Assassin's Creed, which is like dudes. And Assassin's Creed's a pretty old franchise at this point. I mean, I think the first one came out in like 2008, maybe 2009, something like that, around then. And, now we're talking a fan base that's existed for, 15 years, 17 years, something like that. So it's like, that's a pretty big audience. So you've got young kids who want to play it, right? Young dudes. And then you've got guys, like myself who've been, gamers their whole lives. And everyone in both these camps, very little overlap, collectively said, "Nah, we're done. This is it. This is the line." You know, it might not even be the most accurate line, but it's the line we're picking. It's the way, like, I looked at, like, the Bud Light thing. I put this in the video, too. So if you saw the video, I'm sorry for repeating myself. But it was like, was the Dylan Mulvaney thing the biggest deal in the world? No. It wasn't like they ran, like, a commercial campaign with it, right? Like, it was a backwards side little influencer, nothing. It was a very small campaign, but it went viral. And once it went viral and it became like, oh, that's the gay beer, you know, everyone just decided, nope, we're done. You can do all this stuff, but this is the last bridge you will cross. This is it. You're done. And it changed the whole culture. Changed the whole culture. Say whatever you want about how annoying like the boomers were about Bud Light or whatever. Changed the whole culture. Bud Light is now back to being a completely respectable brand. It's still the worst beer, by the way. Bud Light sucks. But that's not the point. Shane Gillis is now like the spokesman of it with Post Malone. They're just doing normal, fun, mildly amusing Bud Light commercials. But he's got like his boys in it and stuff like that. Like it's a completely big deal. And you see like all like the Gillette thing was a big thing. You watch these companies, they stop doing it. They're still going to be garbage, but they stop. And I think the people collectively have decided no more slop. We're done with your forced representation, the misrepresentation of history, the not respecting the jamming everything in. That we're done. We're done. You know, us, me, you guys in the chat, you've been done for a long time, right? We've all been done for a long time. Nobody was widely anticipating the next Disney Plus show to actually be good. And no one went to go see Ant-Man Quantumania with like fingers crossed. Like we've been tuned out for a long time. But people still buy this slop. People still consume it. And it's like, yes, in declining numbers, but in significant numbers. And this is the first line I've noticed where they're just like, nah, not this time. They've had it up to here, you know? As I mentioned in the video too, it's like when people like my mom, you know, are annoyed with like the representation in media, they're just like, oh God, we got it, right? Like TDS, my mom says, you know, love her to death. Best person in my life, has TDS really bad. And, but voted for Kamala. If she looks at that stuff and is like, that's enough, you gotta make a change. I mean, that's the absolute line. And I said this in the video too, like, I probably wasn't gonna consume either product. I wasn't gonna play the Assassin's Creed game. I mean, unless it was like groundbreaking, unless it was like Baldur's Gate 3, where it was like, this is like a once in a generation kind of game. You know, and I wouldn't have seen even if Snow White was great. I mean, I didn't see Wicked, and I heard it was, you know, great for what it was. I was never going to see it. So I'm not just, like, here to gloat or here to, like, you know, dunk on this property being bad. I'm just here to be, like, I like that collectively everyone's like, we're done. We're done. You know, the fucking, the like, sympathy, empathy, diversity bank account is empty. It is overdrawn. And we are no longer consuming your slop, which I really like. I really like. All right. What are you guys saying in the chat here? Nosferatu. Dude, the fact that I can play as a giant black dude, get twinkish pussy is awesome. I'm buying the collector's edition. Well, yeah, it's like, I guess, you know, canonically you can be with a woman, but it's also, I guess that woman was like really historically important in Japan, and people didn't like that either. And there was like no winning, you know, but then it's like, yeah, it's like someone who's like non-binary. You're like, oh my God. Like, it's like there was a document leak on that I saw on Twitter, and it was like the inside of like the DNC, like who are all their paid influencers. And like, if I made this into a sketch, it would be ridiculous. The way they had like it was like a spreadsheet, right? And they had columns, and the columns were colored like a rainbow in the pride flag, dude. It was like, come on, don't be such a parody of yourself. And everyone's pronouns were listed in this spreadsheet. It was like, oh my word. But that's like this thing. It's like, it's not enough that he's a gay black samurai in feudal Japan, right? Like that alone is just like, no, it also has to be with a non-binary person. You're like, oh my word. You just can't, it's never enough, huh? It's just never enough. And it's like these companies can't keep playing these like multi-million, $100 million, $300 million like gambling, gambles. You just can't do it. How long can that possibly last for? These things don't work. They eke out a profit here and there every once in a while. They're certainly not hits. And it's like, is anyone playing any new games? I'm not playing any new games. I said I just downloaded Pillars of Eternity. It's like an 11-year-old game. I've tried a few of them, and I'm like, they're horrible. Even if they weren't like woke and lame, they're just not good games. They're boring. And that's the thing about the Assassin's Creed game. It's like, it just doesn't seem, it seems fine, but not great. Like Baldur's Gate is so gay. It's so gay. You can sleep with anyone in your party, anyone, which is crazy. I mean, that's so weird. I mean, imagine being in a group of people and you could just choose to fuck any of them. That's insane. But even so far as that you could sleep with the Mind Flayer? Come on, man. I think that they were trolling a little bit with that. They're like, you want gay representation? All right, everybody's gay. I think they were just fucking around with that. I think. I don't know if that's true because the game itself is so excellent. I don't feel like it could have come from those woke brains. But that's the point. Even if it wasn't, even if it was like genuine representation, that's what they wanted to put out there. The game is so good, you just kind of like, all right, grit your teeth and get through it. But it, this does not appear to be that. Jake talking about his guns because black leplesentation. I don't know, man. Ascension Dildo and Jake D are talking about firearms. Ascension Dildo, don't worry, they'll be making flag waving 80s style patriotic propaganda in no time. You gotta get you to fight for Israel somehow. I prefer the flag waving. I don't want propaganda though. You know what I mean? Like, when it's a movie like Red Dawn and you're fighting the Russians and stuff like that, that's cool, But even that, I guess that's propaganda. Things like, but if I don't notice it, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just when I notice it, and it's like they do it in such a ham-fisted way that it's like we're not. You don't have to convince me here. We're not like on the. I'm not just being like, yeah, you know what? This is when I decided. I decided a long time ago. I've checked out of pop culture for a long time, so I don't really, even talk about it anymore. You've never heard me mention the merits or the quality of a modern Marvel movie or show like that. I don't even get into it because who gives a shit? It's like, yeah, obviously it's bad. I've been onto that since. I don't know. I mean, it was basically once The Expanse had that bad season, that's when I was like, oh, it's literally everything. There's nothing they won't touch. And so it's like, I give a wide berth to almost everything until I hear really good things or I have a really good feeling about it. But yeah, I mean, I just don't feel like they're going to make anything good for a long time. So it's like, I'm not even saying, yeah, I want it to be pro-America. I'm not even saying what I want. I'm saying what the populace wants and what the populace is consuming. And they've decided, nah, son, miss me with that gay shit. And I'm glad to see it. It's a good thing. Finally, the friggin' normies got smart. Only took 10 fucking years. Lol, Jake, gotta stop watching GunTubers. They keep making me want to spend money I don't have. Those guys are pretty fun. I like the GunTubers every once in a while. I check their stuff out. Apparently, Yasuke turned the Nobunaga clan into Sicilians. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, it was so lazy in that, too. Like, what I watched from the stream, it's just like he's introduced to, like, I guess the emperor or, like, clan leader or something like that. And then immediately he's like, everyone loves him. Top of the clan. It's like a Mary Sue. Like, ugh, boring. Boring. Where are we? You guys are talking mad guns. Oh, okay. Nosferatu. Well, I didn't even make this game after Ghost of Tsushima. Remember the island gave the devs medals and honored them for how much respect they had? Look at Shadows where the Japanese PM roasted it. Yeah. Well, that's what I noticed. Like, when I was watching the game, I was like, this just looks like a less interesting Ghost of Tsushima. Like, it wasn't even that it was a black dude. Like that's just so annoying that they do that, and you're just like, oh god, you guys are so gay. But it didn't look fun. Like, it's a stealth game, and the girl is having like these loud clanging battles like inside the fortress. What? None of the other soldiers hear the metal on metal clang, bang, clang. Really? Like in Hitman, like if you punch someone too close to someone, they'll hear the smack. And you can't, like you'll set off their stealth alert. And that's an older game. Those games are older. And it's like, so your stealth system is less advanced than games that came out 8 years ago? Boring. It's just boring. And then the combat, the like sword to sword combat just looked tedious. It didn't look fun. It just looked like you're slowly just hacking away their health bar. Like, it didn't look like Ghost of Tsushima is a fun game to play. There's great sword play, and you have to develop it. And the enemies scale, and the enemies are like, some of them are pretty tough. You get caught out in the wrong road, at the wrong time in the game, you get murked, and it's cool. It's fun. It's rewarding. Many a samurai war was fought over non-binary smoke show. 'Tis a horrible historical fact. That's my bussy. I want that bussy. If you don't give it back to me, we're invading come dawn. You're right. You're right. That probably happened quite a bit. Lowell, I've gone back to the 90s. Tomorrow, Morrowind from the early 2000s. Let's go. That's what everyone's going. There's an article that's going around. Most gamers are playing older games. Yeah, well, that's when they made good games. What do you want from me? You can't force woke shit into video games. We won't do it. There's too many options. We'll replay old games. You know how many hours I could commit to Hitman if I wanted to? You know how many game modes there are, and how many like unlockable challenges that are actually like compelling? Like, a lot of like 100%ing games or maps is annoying. Not Hitman. It's like they're really fun and different and unique, and you gotta like get more experience out of each map. And then the more you play the map, the better you get at the map, and the more fun that is. Like, it's just, I don't need your gay shit. I don't need it. You know what I mean? I just don't. It's not. We don't. No one does. I've been playing ATV Off-Road Fury 3 on PS2. Hell yeah! My favorite game from that is Hot Need for Speed 2, Hot Pursuit 2, Need for Speed 2, or whatever. Need for Speed 2, Hot Pursuit. Oh, the best. I used to play the shit out of that game. I got so good. I love that game. Loved it. The only modern Assassin's Creed that is actually worth playing is Origins, and the one set in Egypt. Maybe I'd appreciate them. I just remember playing the first one and not really loving it, so it kind of just soured me on the whole franchise. But maybe they're good. I don't know. I'm not like, I'm fine. I'll get there if I feel like it at some point. I don't know. I'm just not into it. Speaking of which, OG, Dude, one of the best fun propaganda games that's been forgotten is Far Cry Blood Dragon. It's all 80s movies, cliches, and references, but it rules. That rules. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's cool. It's funny too, like, talk about all the propaganda of like the 80s, but like, we weren't at war. Like, there were some things. There was like what was it with Iran, with like their navy, like Reagan did some stuff, and then there was what was that? God, it begins with a G. It was in the movie Heartbreak Ridge. Oh, it's right at the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. Damn it. Hold on. Grenada. Golly, that was hard. I kept saying Guantanamo. Grenada. But like, with all that flag waving, macho, pro-America, fuck the Ruski shit, we weren't at war. We weren't. We didn't go to war until the early 90s with Bush 1. So, I don't know. It didn't even correlate to much war. Maybe it was a good thing. Maybe we should bring it back. You guys are just having little side conversations, which is fine. That's good. But I need something to get me going, All right, Oh my God. Grenada. Yes, thank you, Ace Mr. Freeze. You are the man. Grenada. That's right. Correct. But that's about it. And that was just like an operation. That was like a, one time bing bang boom kind of thing. So, I don't know. Let's go. You are bringing it back with China. We're getting China's propaganda. Friggin' undermining the men. Not anymore, dude. Not with Donnie T in there, bro. We're going alpha, bro. Alphas are back, dude. Us alphas, we are back. I'm gonna do one of those morning routine videos. I wake up at 3:30 in the morning, cold plunge, and I take the tape off my face, and I run for 8 miles and have an espresso up my ass. Yeah, that's my morning routine. I drive my Lamborghini to the office. Nosferatu. Dude, you're one of the only people I've heard give Hitman love. It's one of the best gaming franchises ever, period. It's the only self-franchise to survive. How the fuck did that happen? Look, I would love to take all the credit for it, but I got all that from Razorfist, man. Razorfist's recommendations, his videos. He loves those games. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I remember I played the original, on a demo when it was like that real blocky, kind of play. And I remember thinking it was cool and it was fun. But it was Razor that was like all about it. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. It was like there was a free trial or a cheap trial. It was like something like you could download the whole World of Assassins platform and basically get the first game. And it was like I was on Steam sale for $10 or less. And I was like, all right, I'll try it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm in. So I bought the whole game. And it's fun. It was really fun. Oh, Jake, you taking off? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. You haven't seen the mouth tape, Cotton? They like tape up their mouth. I don't know why that's a thing, but it's a thing. They do it when they sleep. This guy, he's got it. It was like going viral. There was like some black dude, like he was going around Twitter or whatever. Yeah, it's supposed to reduce snoring. I'll share it. Oh, Christ. Ads. Yeah, this step. I don't know. Supposed to do it when you sleep. I don't know why. Something. $100 for fucking tape. I don't know. There's a lot of weird health trends going around. But that's one of them. Mouth tape. I don't know. There's some clip on Instagram I see every once in a while of Rogan talking about it. I don't know if Rogan does it or endorses it or if that's AI. Who knows? But yeah, it's a thing. Mouth tape. I don't. Razorfist went full retard with Goonergate and went simp mode, but he does have great taste in games. I don't know anything about that. I don't even want to know about it. I heard about it. I don't want to investigate. I love Razor. I think he does great content. He's got great recommendations. That's all I need. That's all I know. Wow, way to support my growing channel, Matt. Your growing channel? What is that? I mean, I imagine you're being sarcastic, but what are you talking about? I don't get the joke. What are you guys talking about? Oh, go sub to Shippy. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know he had a channel. Wait, is this a joke? Are you guys fucking with me? Not you guys. You guys would never fuck with me. Oh, he really does have a channel. Well, you don't have any content on it. Why don't you put something out? I don't understand. I don't get it. What, is there some joke here I'm not getting? Are you guys, I have no idea what's happening. I don't know what's going on. You guys are out of control. A bunch of animals. I'm gonna report you guys to Oatmeal Joey and be like, Oatmeal, come into the chat, man. Got him under wraps, dude. They're out of line. They are out of line. These guys are out of line, out of control. Crazy boys. I have almost 30 subs with no content, so sub to me, Matt. Okay. Make you feel a little, make you feel good. I don't know. Okay. I have some things. There's some things I want to talk about. Okay. So I don't know if do you guys know who Darryl Cooper is? He's been making the rounds because I guess he did Rogan. I didn't watch that, but I heard a lot of people talking about him. There's a lot of people talking about Rogan, or talking about Darryl Cooper on Rogan, who he was, what's his name? Dave Smith loves him, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll look into it. This guy made this podcast series called Fear and Loathing in the New Jerusalem. Holy shitballs! It is absolutely spectacular. It feels like a graduate level course on the Israel-Palestine thing. He starts in like the 1800s, like when the concept of Zionism is like invented. And it's like so goddamn fascinating. Like he starts off like when these guys, like he literally starts off with like pogroms in like Eastern Europe, just like targeting, assassinating like Jews, killing them, graping. How am I supposed to say that? Having sex without consent to women. And how fucked up it was in Eastern Europe for Jews. And then he goes on to like how the Zionist movement started. Then the whole like tie-in with like World War I, and he walks through it with incredible detail. But he's such a brilliant storyteller. He's so engaging and compelling and well-read and thorough. I can't recommend it enough. Like it's long, but it doesn't feel long. It feels very, very digestible. And it's like seriously, like one of the episodes is like 3.5 hours. One of them I think is like 6. I think I'm on the 3rd episode. It's amazing. It just gives you so much insight because it's like in my culture, in American culture, in our culture, it's been so like, it's such a hot button issue. It's so sensitive. You're not really supposed to talk about it. And this is the first time like I've ever seen, like after like when all the pro-Palestine stuff started, that I don't remember seeing anything like that in this country in my entire life. This sort of widespread support for Palestine. I've never seen that. But yet this conflict has been there definitely my entire life, and like longer than that, like my entire parents' lives, and even more, the whole 20th century. But it was kind of one position on it. You know what I mean? It was like Israel's right and it's really fucked up what's going on there and all this, that. This Free Palestine thing is new. But I'll be honest, like I don't know much about it. My understanding of like the Palestine-Israel situation was, Hitler tried to kill all the Jews, and then after that, the UN gives the Jews Israel. That's about as much as I know, at least up until recently. Then, I get trickles of information, little bits of stuff. I know, the 6-Day War and little shit like that. But I was not very educated on the subject at all in any way, really. But obviously, it's a subject of much discussion of late. So this Darryl Cooper guy is getting all this all this press, all this notoriety. I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. It is the best. It is so I would say it's the best on the subject, but I don't know. I haven't read much on the subject, but I feel far more informed on the subject. I mean, the guy is so well read. He cites so many sources. He's got this uncanny ability to be able to see these conflicts from everyone's perspective, and he's not whitewashing it. He's just explaining it. And he walks you through it and walks through individual's like experiences. And it's just so fascinating. It's utterly fascinating. And like one of the things that he kind of highlights and concludes and stuff like that about this whole thing is a lot of it. It's a lot of like the Jews moving to Palestine, not giving a shit about the people who are there, is actually kind of an extension of the way Europeans had been doing colonialism for the entire 19th century, which is like, wow, that is interesting. And it's like kind of after World War One, we stopped doing that. You know, there's like a few here and there, right? There's like a few territories that shifted into Western power, but for the most part, we were all kind of like, everyone was kind of like, nah, we got to stop just sort of ceaselessly expanding and exploiting, countries where people already live, and calling it France, calling it a French colony, calling it a British colony, calling it an American colony. Stop doing that. So that's like right when that one picked up. So it wasn't probably, they did it 100 years before. Probably don't want to give it a shit, but they happened to do it right at the wrong time. Right when the people were like, you can't just displace people who live there because, you want it. But it is, and I'm still like really early on in this podcast. I still have so much information to gain out of this, but I cannot recommend it more. If you're even just kind of curious about history, let alone this particular conflict, I would definitely say the Martyr Made podcast, Fear and Loathing in the New Jerusalem, is so worth your time. Because it's like, wow, there's a lot of shit I didn't know about that. There's a lot of shit I didn't know about that whole situation. It is goddamn interesting. So what you're saying, Matt, Westoids became weak after World War One. All you Westoids did, Europe, we became the best, bro. We became the biggest, the strongest, the toughest, the new empire. Although that shit ain't really working out. And it didn't really work out. I mean, post-World War II, kind of been a havoc, man. There's 1 million dead Vietnamese, Koreans. I guess the Korean thing kind of worked out because it's like North Korea. Like South Korea exists, right? North Korea would be all North Korea if it wasn't for the Korean War. So that's something. But, Iraq, Afghanistan, just kind of global destabilization. I guess the Iron Curtain fell, so that's good. I don't know. It's been kind of complicated. But yeah, no, I'd agree. Yeah, European empires. Nah. Peace. Zionists were cool with Blitler until they told him to fuck off. They thought he'd help them create Israel. They thought wrong. I haven't gotten there in the story yet. I've heard that, though. I've heard that about him, about that whole thing. And I'm very curious to explore that. I know that Darryl Cooper's next podcast is actually directly about World War II. And he's kind of taking the stance on it that it's like, maybe we didn't actually have to do that. It was the worst thing that had ever happened. And that's an interesting perspective. Because that's not something I've ever even considered. From an American perspective, no. Look, I grew up on a steady diet of World War II propaganda. You know what I mean? That it was the greatest fight that anyone's ever fought. And, what are we supposed to do? Japan declared war on it, bombed us, declared war, Hitler declared war. What are we going to do? This is our hands are tied. And it's really interesting. This is a very interesting subject to tackle. And Darryl Cooper and I think Dave Smith as well, they call it these load-bearing myths that kind of prop up the American ethos and psyche and worldview. And wow, that is fascinating. I am very curious to get into that and sort of not necessarily deconstruct it, just hear what he's got to say, I don't need a critical theory in history at all. I think that shit's gay. But if you are really just analyzing and discussing it, frankly, cool. If the entire thing's a criticism, shut the hell up. I don't need it. But it's if it's a real just analysis and discussion, yeah, let's go. I want to know. Dude, look into AIPAC and Israel's influence through it. Shit, Epstein alone. Yeah, a lot of the modern stuff I'm aware. I'm aware of the modern politics of it, but I just wasn't aware of the history of it. You know what I mean? Even my mom, I was talking to her about this, and she's like, oh, these Arabs and Jews have been living there forever. I was like, no, they have not. Those Jews are Europeans for the most part. They moved there. They didn't live there and then create Israel in the middle of Palestine. They're just like, hey, this land, Ottoman Empire is not there anymore. We want it. And now it's Jewtown, okay? So fucking hit the bricks, Arabs. Sorry. That's kind of the story, man. It's a little crass and blunt, but in a way, it's not wrong. But we just do not get a comprehensive history on that entire subject at all. It's really really opaque in the American psyche, unless you really look into it, and then watch yourself. It's a dangerous road to go down. Fun fact: pogroms happened because of a non-binary Jew who fell in love with a black man. Damn, these non-binary black relationships just creating conflict the world over. Oh, my word. Matt, I have a fucking super doozy for you, but it's beyond YouTube safe. DM me. DM me on Twitter. Twitter. Foulball Pro on Twitter. On X. Based ass X. Matt, tell us, brother, what is underneath the Great Pyramids? You know, I looked into that. I was curious about that because it had been like a thing that was running around, and it's like I looked at it, it wasn't much. It was just like yeah, we got some buildings maybe under here. They're not very big. They're not very deep. Just like, oh. All right. It seemed like kind of just nonsense. I'll keep an eye open for it, though. I'll keep an eye out for it. I don't know. I'm curious. Oop. Oh, it's on Odyssey? It's like 10 hours, though, so it's a beast to get through. Lol, night gents. Oh, take it easy, Nosferatu. Thank you for hanging out with us, sir. I will take a look at this, brother. I will take a look. Hold on. Boom. Oh, my God. Oh, this is Odyssey. Oh, remember Odyssey? I remember Odyssey. Odyssey was going to be the YouTube killer. Didn't work out, did it? No, I guess not. That shite won't fly on YouTube. It used to. Damn, YouTube used to have some wild stuff, man. YouTube used to have some crazy shit. The conspiracy theory stuff that was on YouTube was amazing. The raw scans sure look nuts. Maybe I'll look into it a little bit more. What I looked at, I did a very cursory search. AI told me there was nothing, so no reason to worry. You know what I thought was funny? I was reading the Bible again, and there was like some shit that I didn't understand. You know, it was just kind of, I was like, what the hell just happened? It was like one of the chapters in Genesis. And so I was like, asked AI to like sum it up. And I was like, that's like I'm asking my AI God to interpret my spiritual God. And in the fourth day, God saith unto thee, worship Grocketh and taketh all his wordeth as law. Feel like that could get a little dicey. The Nazis didn't lose the war. They just changed their name to NATO and NASA. You know, it's interesting. So that whole Operation Paperclip thing, pretty fascinating thing. It's like when you hear that, you're like, whoa, that is bad, right? We got these Nazi scientists. I mean, I'll tell you what, before I get into that, it is super fucked up what they did with the Japanese. So the Japanese did that, Unit 731 or whatever that unit was, that was just like abominable atrocities with human beings that you genuinely can't even fathom. Those guys mostly got like immunity because they traded their information. I'm like, I don't care what we got out of that. Those guys should all be impaled. They should be like, you know, like what was that road in Rome where it was like the crucified people, you know? It should be like that. They should all just be crucified and just for everyone to see. Those people should not have lived, let alone been given immunity, but they were. But the Operation Paperclip thing with like the Nazi scientists going to NASA, the thing is that it was either the Nazis got them, it was either we got their scientists or Russia did. It wasn't like they just were going to go back to being farmers or something like that. It was like, do you want to have the next big enemy to have these incredible rocket scientists, or do you want us to have them? And it's like, yeah, I want us to have them. It's like, it sounds bad, but in context, it's just like, it kind of makes sense. I don't know. So this is the most base doc you're ever going to watch. Okay, I'm going to do 10 hours? 12 and a half hours? It better be. I'm going to do a 24-hour reaction stream on it. We'll do it on Rumble, dude. We'll do it on Based as Rumble. Low Spec's dropping some Rumble emojis. We got dancing bananas with a green light. Woo! Trump dancing. Yeah, they made a whole town for them to live in, not far from me. That's interesting. What do you know? What do you know? The Japanese were completely innocent, you bigot. There's an argument to be made that the Japanese were worse. Not a strong one, but there's an argument. When you hear about what they did to the Chinese, it's like, It's insane. But then, like, there was so much stuff going on, like the way the Germans treated the Russians, and then the Russians treated the Germans. Oh, my word, that Eastern Front was a nightmare. That's some of the scariest shit I've ever read in my entire life. Hearing what went on that Eastern Front is the scariest, saddest, most savage, vicious, crazy shit. And, like, Hitler was like, they were allies. And then look what happened when you pissed them off. That was stupid. Unit 731, yes, absolutely horrific. It's just ungodly. You're like, what is, like, Jesus Christ, insane. Matt, you should look up the Red House meeting. This sounds like something that'll get me banned. I will look up the Red House meeting, though. Will that even come up on Google? Will alarms just start going off? Was a meeting of unproven veracity. That's the first thing it says. Wiki spooks. Is this about Yasuke? Just kidding. Of unproven veracity between German industrialists and Nazi top brass on August 10th, 1944, and openly talk how the German industry was must realize that the war cannot be won. It saw post-war commercial campaign. Oh, this looks like a lot. I don't feel like I'm going to get the gist of this without reading it. No, that's what this page says. It says unproven veracity. That's what it says. I don't know. I'll take a look at it though. Look, I think it's really interesting the time we live in right now. The access to information is unprecedented. Unprecedented. I think that's why you're seeing like the complete collapse of like the corporate media. It's like I was having like it's the start of the EU. Interesting. I'll take a look. I was having a discussion, with my mom and my dad too. And they keep talking about these things that are like they talk about them in terms of opinion. It's like, Mom, that's not my opinion. COVID started in a lab. COVID started in a lab. That's not an opinion. It's not an opinion that Trump did not collude with Russia. These are not opinions. These are facts. And I don't need a news outlet to tell me if they did or didn't happen. I can verify it myself. That's the thing about all this shit. It's like there's so much information out there, You can go verify for yourself. You don't need to take anyone's word for it. And now we are just awash in information. And now, like, it's so much easier to cross-reference stuff. And, like, with AI, it even, like, something like ChatGPT, which is still pretty libly, you can even use it to, like, cross-reference or, disprove or even just get, like, the entire argument kind of laid out. It's wild. Like, we live in such a unique time. I mean, we've had access to a lot of information before, but, man, we have so much information right now. You only verify it if you care about the truth. Factual. That is factual. Yes, indeed. Indeed. And if you care about the truth, it'll lead you right there to the Republican Party. Let's go, Donald Trump. Cunts from those meetings got together from Washington and created the EU. Interesting. I'll take a look. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, Germany doing pretty good now. Maybe they figured it out. I don't know. They are big old pussies, though, over there, eh? Don't you dare talk shit about the politicians. We'll lock you up. You need to be nice. Shut up, pussy. So, of course, put him at the head of the space program. Makes sense. I don't know about that. I just know that it was like, it came down to more, do the Nazis get do we get the Nazi scientists or the Russians? And it's like, in that context, it makes a lot more sense. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Okay. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. We've been talking about some heavy shit. We've been talking about Israel. Talking about this guy that wants to skin me alive. Let's talk about something a little later. Okay. So, I wonder how full screen I can make this. Okay, cool. These dramatic video captures cops' military-style aerial operation for teens on a golf cart joyride. Now, I don't know how much y'all know about my history. I talked about this on an episode of the Culture Crime Fighters, but that was a while ago, and some of you guys are newer. When I was in high school, my buddies and I, a few of my buddies worked at a country club, and we would break in and we would steal the golf carts, and we would rip them all over the kind of wet, dewy grass, smoke blunts on like the 14th hole. It was it was a really shitty thing to do because now I actually play golf. And I think about like how meticulously these lawns are managed and how hard it is, and like what a shit thing that was to do for just kind of like hardworking groundskeepers to now have to go undo all of our reckless golf carting. But I tell you what, it was so much fun, man. We were whipping around these golf carts. We went on like the driving range, and there were all these like golf balls out there. We were just winging golf balls at each other, like hitting jumps. It was so much goddamn fun. So that made me, when I saw this article, I was like, oh, what do you know? So this is a dramatic video captures cops military-style aerial operation for teens on golf cart joyride. And I was like, I am so glad they didn't have this technology when I was a kid. Probably going to get an ad here. Oh, my God. Ads. What price can I pay to never see ads ever on anything, on the internet as a whole? Of course, it's not even loading. That's great. A buffering ad. That is really wonderful. Let's fucking go. Come on. I got a show to do. Realtor.com. God damn it. I'm telling you, my computer's been so much slower. $20 says Oatmeal Joey is the son of a golf course groundskeeper. Rip Matt. He's been waiting all this time to get his revenge. Is that what you're saying? It's just like that job killed my father. What is the okay, finally. Hold on. What is that emoji you shared, dildo? It's a cup pouring. Oh, pour one out for me. Oh, that's funny.
Going up to Bent Twig Drive. Parking lot of the clubhouse.
Bro, this looks like Call of Duty. This would have been me, man. This would 100% be me. I got a helicopter. Oh, boy, we would have pissed ourselves, too. Oh, my word. Listen, if Oatmeal Joey goes anywhere near my pets, okay, there's going to be a lot of hollow points in that young man. A lot. Okay? My Glock 45's got 17 round mags, baby. All right? And I keep 3 in the dresser. So better watch yourself.
You got 4 of them running southbound, 5 of them running southbound.
Is that a cop behind him, or is that one of the kids?
One of them stopped. That's going to be the driver. Alright, we got 3.
What happened to this kid?
Alright, I'm going to have another one. We're in the backyard laying up against the fence. Hands are up. He's from.
Oh, shit, dude. Wow, these cops were not messing around, bro. Holy crap. JFC. Glad I didn't need my eardrums. Does it sound that bad? It just sounds like normal on my end. I'll lower it. Oh. Sorry, dude. It sounds totally normal on my end. Sorry. StreamYard does some weird shit, dude. I recorded a video with StreamYard the other day, and I was like, my mic was so overmodulated, but it was just like what I normally do with a stream, so it sounds like shit, which sucks because it was like an hour recording, and I was like, God damn it, I'm just kind of stuck with a lackluster recording. But then I was doing the video that I put out last night, or yesterday, and I was working on it on Saturday, and I was like, oh, let me reword that. So I just quickly recorded, didn't adjust the mic at all. I just quickly re-recorded something, and it was like 10 decibels louder. I was like, what the hell? I didn't change a goddamn thing. I don't know. I'm going to start recording on a different platform. It's getting annoying. All this for a couple of kids joyriding. If they were Arabic pilots joyriding over NYC, they'd be nowhere to be seen. And there'd be people dancing, right?
On and out. Deputy's going to 10-5.
Yeah, a bunch of deputies running. They got the target running.
Damn, that looks like a very affluent neighborhood. Those houses are huge. They look like warehouses.
Yeah, running east on Hammock Park.
Just give it up, kid. You're not gonna it's gonna be a fine. You just took a golf cart for a joyride. You didn't shoot anybody.
He's at Fruitville, Hammock Park on the ground. Deputy sent 25. Hey, great job. Good job setting up the perimeter real quick.
Yo, you know those cops were stoked. They're like, oh, yeah, we get to break out the real gear. It looks like insurgents in Afghanistan. That is so funny. My God. But I just thought that was a good video because I was like, oh, man, that could have been me. When I was in high school, I still I still have like a endorphin rush even just thinking about that. That was so much fun. Messing around when you're a kid kind of rules. You're just too young to know. You're too stupid. We used to play mailbox baseball. True story. We used to drive around the neighborhood and take a baseball bat and just knock over people's mailboxes. It started off my friend, I think we were getting weed from somebody. And it was like this guy, Jason, we went to school with. And he was driving and he just plowed into like a garbage can. And we were like, oh, like this excitement, this thrill we never felt before, overtook us. And so then my buddy, he had a Jeep. So we started just driving around with his Jeep, just like hitting, excuse me, hitting garbage cans. And it was actually kind of funny because we hit one and then the guy like set it back up and then we hit it again. And there was one that we hit and it was like in the front of his car, like rolling in the front. And we're like, freaking out. It's making all this noise. We crushed it. It was, oh my God. And then I don't know why we just like upgraded to mailbox baseball. I don't know whose idea it was. It certainly wasn't mine. I was never the leader in these crazy escapades. These guys would get out of hand, but I would usually go along for the ride. And then, yeah, we started playing mailbox baseball, bro. And that was so much fun. It was so much fun. The excitement and the thrill, and you got your baseball bat, and boom, when you clock it and it gets off the stand, oh my God. But it's like such a shitty thing to do, right? Like if I came out to my house and some kids had just trashed my garbage cans or knocked over my mailbox, I'd be furious. I wouldn't be like, they're just kids that being kids. I would be so goddamn mad. What's up, love it? How you doing? You got a headache? Mailbox lives matter? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be talking this kind of flippant hate speech. I really should watch my mouth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your headache, Have some warm tea. Bro, what the fuck? YouTube really censoring me saying needs more F-16s. Are you serious? Bro, we need a Doge for YouTube. Like, what? I hate all this stuff. I know a lot of it has to do with, like, sponsorships and stuff, but a lot of it doesn't. A lot of it's just, this is, like, straight up, political censorship. I'm so sick of it, man. I guess I understand, like, they are trying to partner with these major brands. I get it. Like, it can't just be the Wild West like it used to be, even though that was so much more fun. But it's just, like, I hate censorship, If people are watching it, just put eyes on, just put it in front of people. Who cares? I don't associate an ad break on a YouTube video with the actual brand. I hate when they do that stuff. I don't fucking know. Anything else? Not really. I did just have one last point because I got a few more minutes. One last point. It was about the Ukraine situation. So I was watching a video by the Liberal Hive Mind. He's like a conservative YouTube creator. He's pretty interesting. He does good stuff. I mean, it's like, you generally kind of know what angle he's going to take, but he does cover a lot of interesting news, and he's very prolific. He puts out like 3 to 4 of these videos every single day, maybe more. And it's funny, like I was going through like his videos on his YouTube channel, and I watch a lot of his content, and I was like, wow, I don't even watch most of what he puts out. It's like he puts out a lot of videos. So if like, you want some kind of conservative sort of news stuff, it's good. But anyway, he was talking about one with the most thing with Zelensky, right? And he was talking about that. And Zelensky, I guess, is like not going along with the program. He wants he wants the UN, he wants the join NATO, he wants all this shit, right? He's like kind of being unreasonable with his demands of what he wants out of like America and Europe and stuff like that to basically continue with this war with Russia, which is just like, no, dude, let's stop with this goddamn war. Like, whatever, it was a mistake. Let's just move on. Stop with this war. But it kind of occurred to me as I was like listening to him talk about it, and his kind of like indignance and sort of like reluctance to just sort of move along and change, you know? It's like, yeah, it's the same thing as like the illegal immigrants who are trying to get into this country. It's like, I don't like blame them, like I get it, but it was the same thing. It was like, yeah, well, when the previous administration and the government kind of at large was just being like, yeah, just come here for free, you get the message, and then you come here for free, and then you live, and you don't have to become a citizen and all this stuff. Same thing with like Zelensky. It's like, yeah, like when the government was just handing you billions of dollars of equipment and money and resources and all this stuff, like, yeah, when it stops, like, that's got to be jarring. Like, why would you expect that to stop ever, right? You'd be like, no, I mean, I'm the best guy, I'm the smartest guy, right? Fuck this Russia country who's like bigger and stronger and has way more military and nuclear bombs, and probably has a gripe because, the last democratically elected leader was overthrown by a military coup that the West orchestrated, and also continues to expand NATO despite Russia being very vehemently against that, all that stuff. But I get like why Zelensky thinks he should get more money and a security guarantee and all that stuff. Yeah, it's because he's been getting it. It's like the same thing with the immigrants. Like, yeah, they've been getting it. Of course they expect that. It's just times have changed. That's different. That's why democracy is cringe and gay. I want the monarchies back. Let's have some kings in this bitch. But, all right. I'm going to wrap it up for today, folks, ladies and germs. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for giving me nightmares, letting me know that Oatmeal Joey's out there. But this was a good time. Subscribe to my other channel, Foulball. What is it? Foulball Film and Television. There should be a new video out. I'm hoping for tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the next day. Foulball Film and Television. Check it out. It's just more movie discussion. Very little at all, if anything. There's like no politics. It's got one video out right now, but it's gonna have another one. Hopefully tomorrow. Like I said, I just need to finish the editing. But go subscribe over there. I mean, if you're interested, don't subscribe out of pity. If you want to watch the content I put out, please do so. If you're not interested, that's fine too. I don't want any kind of subs that are dead subs that drag down the algo. But check it out if you're curious. I think this first video is really good. It's about why The Expanse never really hit, why it was not as successful as a lot of other great shows. And like I said in the video, I say it's top 25 TV dramas of all time, and yet it's still, I feel, relatively anonymous. So I get into that, why. And this next one's going to be some really intense and kind of extreme scenes from television history. So if you guys are interested in that, I would recommend it. You guys are marvelous people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. All you ball busted and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next week. You'll have a grand evening. Ta-ta.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Yeah, boy!